Hi everybody, David Paul with you with a look at the tropics in the Atlantic Basin as we head into this last full week of August. It is interesting, we have not had a named active tropical system in the Atlantic. Colin was the last one, which fizzled out on July the 3rd. So we went most of the month of July without a named tropical system in the Atlantic Basin. And now it looks perhaps likely that we're going to go the entire month of August without having a named system. If we get to September 3rd, it would be a 2-month stretch in what can be a very busy time of the season, especially August, without a named system. Just to remind you, though, although things have been quiet, quite often they heat up quickly as we get into the first couple of weeks of September as we head toward the peak of the Atlantic hurricane season. So what's going on out here right now? Gulf of Mexico is relatively quiet. We've got thunder showers out here firing off on an old boundary, but this is nothing that's expected to form into anything tropical. Zooming out, there are 2 tropical waves that we are monitoring, one entering the Caribbean, and the first one we'll look at is the one that just exited the west coast of Africa. And so this is where our wave is located. Again, it's an open wave, not a closed low. Hurricane Center says that over the next 5 days, it has a 20% chance to perhaps close off a low pressure system and become a depression. 20% chance here in this area over the next 5 days. Models are not aggressive with that. We'll keep an eye on that. That one's way out in the open Atlantic, so plenty of time to watch it. This one is of more interest, not because it's any better organized, it's not, but because it's a little more close proximity to continental United States and, of course, the Caribbean. This is where the wave is located here on Thursday, just entering the eastern Caribbean Sea through the Lesser Antilles. Again, it's an open wave, and it's expected to stay that way. But once we get into the 3 to 5 day time frame and it gets into this spot in the Caribbean, Hurricane Center says maybe a low chance, a 20% chance that a tropical low, a closed low, could develop. So let's take a look at some of the players and what's going on out here right now. So once again, here's San Juan, Puerto Rico. There's Guadeloupe, Lesser Antilles. This is where our wave is located right now. And as it moves further west over the next couple of days, it's going to be interacting with some dry air. This is looking at the water vapor imagery. The orange areas are representative of dry air areas. Of course, you need moist air to get tropical systems going. And so for the next couple of days, it'll be moving into dry air. That will not be conducive for any type of development. It's a little more moist in the Western Caribbean, which is one of the reasons why it's a little better chance that it develops. As far as sea surface temperatures go, the skin temperature of the water, it's plenty warm, 84, 85, 86 degrees in the Gulf of Mexico. One other way to look at this is the ocean heat content. Now, this measures the amount of heat in the ocean temperature from that surface, that skin temperature, all the way down to as deep as 700 meters. And right now, there's plenty of ocean heat content in the Western Caribbean. In fact, it's the highest ocean heat content in the entire Atlantic Basin right now is sitting over the Western Caribbean. So if something could get going, it would have plenty of energy as far as the warm waters of the Caribbean to feed off of. That being said, is something going to try to develop? Well, we'll go out several days on the computer models. Again, this is the GFS in yellow and the red in Euro in red. And what you would be looking for are the isobars to begin to close off into circles. That would indicate a closed low trying to form. And we'll move this forward and through the weekend and into Monday, into Tuesday. And we don't see anything that just jumps out at us that says, hey, something's about to develop out here. Maybe the GFS indicating a very broad trough or very broad surface low. Maybe the Euro, again, a broad surface low trying to form out here. But neither of these models are showing anything that's indicative of something that's about to rapidly develop as we head into that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday time frame, that 3, 4, 5 days out. So for the moment, it's a situation where we watch and pay attention to it and see if anything can get going as we head toward the first part of next week. Remember, the forecast, this is the updated forecast from Colorado State, still has us at 18 named storms this season. But again, so far we've only had 3, and we're coming up on almost 2 months without a named system. So the tropics are going to have to get busy to catch up to Colorado State's forecast. NOAA's got 14 to 20 named storms for their forecast. So still thinking that the season may indeed end up getting quite busy in the second half. Again, so far the named systems have been Alex, Bonnie, and Colin. The next name on the list will be Danielle. As far as Houston's forecast, we stay in a wet pattern and continue the process of busting and breaking down the drought. 50-50 chance for scattered thunderstorms on Friday. Saturday a 40% chance, Sunday a 40% chance, and we'll stay with between a 40 and 50% chance for scattered thunder showers each afternoon through next week. And we'll keep an eye on the tropics. And I would encourage you to do so as well as we head toward a busy Memorial Day weekend next weekend. I know everybody's going to be busy running around. Just stay in touch with us in case something does decide to brew in the Caribbean as we head into next week.